Let's make treasures take a look. Friends together, thick and thin. Welcome to Hooked and Steeped Within.
Hi friends, thank you for coming back and visiting with me today. I am so excited for this video. Not only is it my second Stash Smash video of the collaboration I am hosting all this month and invited my friends Linda and Michelle to join me. I'm not going to hash every single thing about the collaboration in every video. Anything you need to know will be down in the description box below, including the Google form where we are asking you all to just take a couple of minutes out of your day and go vote for that. There's only 4 categories. It's very simple. Click, 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 and you're done. So all of it will be down in the description box, the prizes, when they're going to be drawn, all that, how you win, everything, okay? So just because you're all going to get sick of me saying that. So yes, everything will be down in the description box. But I'm excited because today we are finally going to be using yarn that needs to be desperately used. This is yarn I do not reach for hardly at all. And today's the day we're going to use it. So today is the day we are going to start using some of this chenille and plush yarn. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with this type of yarn. I absolutely love how cute amigurumi can be when they're made with chenille and plush yarn. And I see these adorable projects and I think I have to make that. And then I make it, I crochet it, and then comes the part where you have to sew pieces together. And that's where it all goes horribly, horribly wrong for me. I am such a perfectionist with so many things in my life, but especially with my crochet. And if I can't get these things sewn on perfectly, I will not give it away. I will not sell it. I just don't like it. And sometimes the sewing can be very difficult too. And I just stink at it. I am not great at sewing. I'm not. And I'm not great at sewing the crochet pieces together. So I have so many intentions. I have so many patterns of these amigurumi creatures I want to make. And they just don't get done because I just feel totally out of my element, out of my comfort zone. And I'm not good at it. There's some things I can make that I've made, I'm being too hard on myself, that have turned out pretty cute. That dragonfly I made a few months ago, that turned out pretty cute. The dinosaur I made Grace for Christmas, that was very cute. I made Aiden a Xbox controller a few years ago for Christmas. That turned out. My chickens, there's one right here. I think these turned out pretty cute, and these were just done with acrylic yarn. And I have several other chickens that you probably have seen throughout. So there are some things, but this plush and chenille yarn is a whole new ball game when it comes to yarn. But I've noticed, especially lately, there's a lot of new patterns coming out that are no-sew amigurumi. And I have made just 1 or 2 small ones, and they have been fabulous. So today's the day. I have some patterns that I have picked up that are absolutely adorable. I've had them for a few months. I will share down below. It's from Instagram. They're from Little Rory Crafts, I think. I'll double check that, so don't quote me on that. And they are so cute, friends. They are so cute. And Grace has been dying for me to make these. So today's the day. I'm pretty sure everything on them is no-sew. I don't have a huge amount of chenille. It's more plush. I have a couple of chenille, but for the most part, it's mostly plush. Chenille and I are not friends. I'm not even sure. I picked it up because I needed pink, and they didn't have pink plush. So I picked up this, and this is Loops and Thread Skinny Chenille. I don't need a ton of it for one of the projects I'm making today, so that's the only reason I don't feel bad about using it. And then we're going to be using... I needed another pink, and I don't have pink. I have, what is this? I don't even know what it is. They put the colors. This is a Loops and Thread. Is it another chenille? No, this is Posh Pearl. What color? Blush Rose. So not too bad. And then we have this brown, which I've lost the label. But again, I'm pretty sure these are Loops and Threads. I know they are. I got these at Michael's, was trying to make a Highland cow for a friend, and it was a disaster. It ended up not getting made because, well, honestly, I didn't care for the pattern. It ended up being terrible. And I do need white. I only have white chenille. Oh, I have white plush up there. I'm going to grab that. I think I'd rather do it with white plush. I think that's what she used. I'm going to double check. So it is from Little Baby Rory Crafts. That's the name on Instagram. Her name is Anna Cole, and these are one of the things we're going to start making today. Are these not? Come on. Come on. Are these not the most adorable things? These look like, I feel like I can make several of these very quickly today. We're going to see. Now, I don't have this color in Plush or Chenille. And when I was thinking about this last week, okay, what's this? I looked at my notes and I'm like, this week it's Plush and Chenille. I'm going to make those s'mores, and I have a couple other patterns from the same person that I'm hoping to make. I don't have all the colors though. And for a second, I thought, oh, well, Grace and I are going to Belleville. That's the city over from us on Sunday. I can just run into Michael's and get some. And then I'm like, wait a minute. No, I can't. It's Stash Smash month. We are not buying yarn. But it's funny how quickly you just think, oh, I'll just go grab it. Now, could I say I'll make an exception and I could go buy things I actually need? No, I'm not doing that. I am just either going to use acrylic or we'll leave it off. I don't think it's necessarily integral to this pattern. If I'm going to make that particular one, maybe, but I'll probably just concentrate on these two designs. And like I said, I can always add it later. But yeah, so I didn't buy any. So this is the one we're going to make. The sticks are actually, I have one. I do have a couple of dowel rods. I have that one there. I'm going to have to cut it into two. Okay, we got our first stick done. I'm sorry, I know it's just a two, but it's cute. It does look like a stick to me. Now, I'm a little concerned because the pattern said to do 5 single crochets in the round until it covered it. And it was, I could have got 2 of these sticks in there. The funny thing is this stick is bigger than the stick she recommends. So I don't get that. I don't understand that. If 5 single crochets fit a smaller stick, why are my 3 fitting this one perfectly? So now I'm worried the darn marshmallows aren't going to go over my stick because it is a bit bigger stick. But then again, it's a smaller I don't understand. But we're just going to go with it. Worst comes to worst, I have to buy different sticks later on, but we'll get the marshmallows done. So now we're going to work on the marshmallow. And I just want to say, I hate this. I hate this yarn with a passion. This is a loops and thread. I'm pretty sure it's the same as this. What are you? Nope. Loops and thread. Oh, anyway, it's loops and thread plush or something like that. I don't like it. Frogging it is a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. It ripped. It fell apart. It shredded. It broke. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Another reason to use it. And I'm excited because this is the Parfait Plush by Premier. I have their tie-dye that I did a sample of for you a couple months back, and I loved it. I was shocked at how much I loved that yarn because, you know, I don't like plush, but that was lovely. So I'm hoping this plain, we're just going to bust it. I'm hoping the plain is as lovely as that tie-dyed was. It feels nice, but does it shed? Is it easy to frog? Oh, it feels different. I will say that. So I think all I have to do is maybe adjust how big the hole in the middle is going to be. A little bit bigger. Oh, maybe not. No, I think it's going to fit on that. Okay. All right. Let's make the first marshmallow. I'm so excited. You have to let me know down in the comments if any of you do amigurumi. Is it what do you love it? Is it what you primarily do? Because I know there's a lot of crochet artists out there who do primarily just amigurumi. And I watch a lot of them on YouTube and I think, oh, I just want to make those. They're so cute. And I know they're big sellers, especially with the holidays coming up. I hate amigurumi. I hate plush yarn. It's messy. I feel like it's all in my face. These turned out not great. So this is the first one. Totally did not turn out. I didn't even bother doing the brown on the stick. So there's that one. This one's a little better, I guess, but it's still not what I thought. The pattern is very hard to follow, and and I just remembered just like 5 minutes ago. That's right. I even mentioned it. There's a video that goes along with it. I mean, I guess if I squish them. Oh, I think this is unnecessary, honestly. I really do. I don't feel like you need that. I'm just so yeah, I found the video very hard, or the pattern very, very difficult to understand. And that's probably just me. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the pattern. She does have a few pictures, but I should have watched the video because the video might explain it. Well, then I went to her ghost pattern. That's not a no-sew. That's got a few pieces to sew. And I said, Lynn is not doing that. So I'm doing another one. This is from the Loopy Lamb. And it's no-sew, and I am doing it in the green sparkle. And I think it's going okay so far. So far it's easy. This, I'm not going to do the witch's hat. I'm just going to do one ghost, and we'll see how it goes. Though the hats are cute. And then she's got one. It says, want to make a larger ghost? Well, that's what I'm doing. Uh-oh. Use blanket yarn. Well, that's kind of what I'm just doing. I don't know what size yarn. I don't even know what it said here. Supplies. Oh, she just used We Crochet Bravo Worsted. Okay. Well, Lynn didn't. And then I wonder why things don't work out the way I want. I'm just going to keep going with it. I'm just thinking it's going to make a bigger ghost. Maybe I'm wrong. It totally could not. But I'm almost to the point where I'm getting ready to make their little arms. This is Premier. No. Is this Bernat? This is Bernat Blanket Sparkle. I love it so much more than the Loops and Thread. The Premier Plush that I used in the white, much better than the Loops and Thread. I think the problem is the Loops and Thread. I am not recommending that plush yarn. It is horrible. Like I said, I feel like cutting it and sewing it, and I just feel like pieces flew everywhere, and I feel like I inhaled it all. My daughter came in and she says, hey, Mom, what are you working on? I said, I'm working on not gathering up all my chenille and plush yarn and taking it out to the burn barrel and setting it on fire. And she goes, uh-oh. Yeah, that's what I'm working on, trying not to do that. I think I redeemed myself. Oh my goodness, I think he's cute. I do. I wonder if I went one row too many because he seems a little long. And I had to do a little bit of fixing. So his arms a little bit more because they're not exactly even. I should have checked on that. But I was just in the zone counting 11. Said then go 12 and then make the next arm. Very easy pattern to follow. Any mistakes are completely mine. So I will link this down below in the description box. It is 100% free. I think he's cute. I wonder if I should have used bigger eyes. My husband didn't seem to. David said, no, I think he's fine, but there's a ghost. I feel a little bit better. Okay. I finished the white ghost. I didn't stuff him as much, and I think I overstuffed the green guy. And again, I've had to finagle his arms. I still feel like they're not in the right spot. I don't think Amigurumi is ever going to be something that I try to sell in my Etsy shop. There are just way too many really fantastic Amigurumi makers out there, and Lynn is just not one of them. So far, though, this has been my favorite plush yarn, this blanket sparkle to work with. This Premier Plush hasn't been too bad, but it's definitely a little bit sheddy. But it is late. It's evening, so we're going to wrap this up for today. And we'll pick it up tomorrow. What a crazy day yesterday was. We went and did our errands. Got busy doing other things. As a matter of fact, I have about 50 minutes and my freeze dryer's done. So I'll have to pause whatever I'm in the middle of here to go take care of that. But I did get working on the snowman from Wonder Crochet. And I was in the zone and never touched the camera again yesterday. So he's completely done. Here he is. This is probably the most, out of everything I've made this week so far, this is the one I'm most happy with. I think he turned out pretty cute. I don't like these buttons. I did not have any solid black safety eye buttons. I thought I had some left, but I don't. So he has, I don't know if you can see, green sparkly eyes. They almost match his hat and scarf. But yeah, I'm not crazy about this. Now, the nose is absolutely not crocheted. It is a flat button. It's meant to be like with a wood piece or something. I even have a couple corncob pipes I was going to stick in there, but I decided not to do that. I'm saving them from something else I want to make for Christmas. But the nose, I kept making it out of that Fruit Premier Plush, which, by the way, I don't like. I don't like it at all. It is terrible to sew with. I don't like it. It's not my thing. It kept looking like a duck's bill. and even the family kept saying, is that like supposed to be like a snowman duck, Mom? And I'm like, that's it. So I got rid of that and I just glued this on with my absolute favorite. And I will link this down in the description box because I'm telling you, this is the best fabric glue I have ever used. And I've used a lot of them. This dries like so fast. It dries like hot glue. So I really, really, really love that. It has a clear finish. It's washable, waterproof, it's flexible. Yeah, so it has this very precise tip on it. And it makes gluing things like that so much easier. And it was completely dry and permanent within, I'm not kidding, 20 minutes, maybe even sooner. I checked on it at 20 and that sucker was not coming off. That snowman, that nose is there for good. So it's called Gleam Glee Fabric Glue. And it's fabulous. And it wasn't that expensive. And it takes very little. So I will link it down in the description box. But yeah, so this was from Allison at Wonder Crochet. I will also link the free pattern for that down below. I am going to try and find new buttons for him maybe eventually. The only thing I wish I thought to do, I wish I had put some of my pellets in him to make him weighted, because I would ideally like to stand him up somewhere. But he is going to go, maybe we'll put him here. Will you fit in there? He fits. He fits. Okay, so as I said, I have a few minutes. I want to make something else. I don't know if I want to do any more amigurumi. I don't know why I have to keep thinking I have to do this. I know part of it is because I fall in love with the things that I see and I'm like, oh, I want to make them. But I will definitely, I never say never. I never say never, because man plans, God laughs. I don't plan on any time in the near future ever putting amigurumi up on my Etsy. It's just not my thing. I've taken a couple of commissioned pieces that I've made, but for the most part, I will not. I don't plan on doing that anytime soon. So, what do we do? I also should mention, I have a lot of Premier and Loops and Thread chenille print with the flowers. I have enough of the Loops and Thread that I'm going to be making another blanket, which used to be on the back. Oh, I forgot. You might be seeing the new chair is out here. Well, not new. It's the one that's always been in my living room, but this is the one I always used to crochet in before I had my own space. And I love it out here. And we finished the footstool. I love it. I never thought about matching the fabric to the chair. Completely forgot about that. So the fabric might change, but for now I love it too much to change it. So it's just me. I'll show you that in a second. But anyway, as I was saying, I do have a lot of that still. I don't know. I have enough of the Loops and Thread to make another blanket, like I said, but I don't think I have enough. I might have enough of the other ones to do something. So what do I do? Oh, I used up all the white. There's just one little strand of white Premier Plush. This is it. This is all that's left of the white. So that's a whole nother label in my pile of labels for the month for Stash Smash. This is what's, oh, no, there's more left than I thought. Okay, that's what's left. That's what's left. Should I make some scrunchies? I think I might make some scrunchies. I've got really, really big elastic bands, ponytail holders, that, because I love, sometimes when I had a lot more hair, I loved the really big scrunchie too. Okay, it took me a bit to get settled. Lily is squeezing in here with me. Are you going to go down? Whoa, don't knock off my camera. So it took me a while to get settled, so now I have 33 minutes. But I've actually timed myself making scrunchies, at least with cotton, and I can do it in about 6 minutes, I think. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your, as you can see, these are the big ones. You're going to take your ponytail holder. I've got my slip knot done here. You're going to slide this under here, okay? And sorry, I should be doing this over a table. And you're going to pull this around just like you normally would. Pull it under the ponytail holder, come up around, and make your single crochet. And the same thing. Under, pull this under, wrap this around, single crochet. Go under, pull up your loop, pull this around, and that's it. That's all there is to it. I'm doing single crochets because it's so thick. I usually will do a half double, but I don't need to with this really thick yarn. I'm also using a 6.5 hook. She will leave me alone. Do you want a chewy? Let's go get a chewy. I will be right back. Want a chewy? Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Now, can mommy get some stuff done? Huh? Okay. So we're just going to go all the way around. It takes, depending on the yarn you're using and how thick you want this, will depend on how often you want to go around. Now she's wanting to go back out to the living room and hide it. She is going to drive me a little crazy today. So yeah, we're going to go all the way around, and I will show you how we do the next step. So we've gone all the way around, and you're going to be careful this doesn't twist. Like I said, it can be a little fiddly, especially this first round. So we are going to slip stitch, if I can find it here, in that first single crochet. Okay. And then I'm going to chain 2. You know what? I'm going to chain 1. Let's just chain 1. We're going to chain 1. And now I am going to start, I'm still going to do singles. So now we're going to do 2 to 3 singles and each stitch around. It really depends on just how fluffy you want this. I think I'm going to try 3. 3 fits. That's the other thing. It is very hard to find your stitches in some of these colors, and white is one of those ones I find it hard. You kind of have to feel your way. Yeah, we'll do 3. And we're just going to do 3 all the way around. Sometimes I do another round and sometimes I don't. It really depends on what I think it looks like at the end. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do another round yet or not. So I will meet you back here when I finish this one and we decide what we're going to do. Well, I'm not doing another round because I ran out. I had literally had just enough to finish. So I actually think I probably would have stopped anyway, because when you wrap it around, it's pretty thick. So there's one scrunchie, and that didn't take long at all. I'm just going to check my freeze dryer app here, and I have 19 minutes. So let's get another one done. I'm flipping the script again. This one worked pretty good. This teal did not work very well. There wasn't as much give to it for a ponytail holder. It just wasn't working. So I went and did my freeze dryer. Everything came out beautiful. And I did freeze dried watermelon in chunks. Oh my gosh, it is like candy. Candy. I've got another tray in my freezer, but I'm thawing out my freeze dryer right now. And then I'll do another load. But I did, while I was doing the freeze dryer, I'm like, what can I do? I'm going to make some spa headbands. Okay, so I'm still going to use the ponytail holders. So I did the same thing I was doing with the ponytail holders, except I stopped at 5, chain 2, and now I'm just going to do a half double crochet until I get to the length I want. Probably anywhere between 19 and 21 inches is what I typically do, though that is with cotton yarn. So we will see how this goes. But I think these will make cute spa headbands. They'll definitely keep your hair out of your face while you're putting on your makeup or washing your face. I am just not a fan of plush yarn. My hand, especially my right hand, is just very, very sore. I am done. We're going to start pulling yarn out of the mystery box. I did make one pink sparkly blanket yarn I like using this is okay. It actually, it's not sheddy. It works up nice, but it is murder on my hands. I also made a giant scrunchie to match it. And then I made one with the Premier Parfait Plush in the teal. I'm going to take a few minutes before we reach into the mystery box, and I'm going to use my Bob and Brad hand massager because my hand's hurting that bad. And I want to thank Bob and Brad for sponsoring this portion of this video. One of the reasons this hand massager has become something I really appreciate is because I deal with neuropathy in my hands. And this week, especially working with the Plush and the Chenille yarn has really aggravated it. I don't know if it was the extra grip I needed with that type of yarn or just the amount of work my hands was doing or how thick the yarn is, but by the end of some of my crochet sessions, my hands were really sore and the neuropathy was flaring up. That's where having this has been really helpful for me. Bob and Brad are actual real physical therapists who designed this hand massager. It has 8-zone finger division for targeted relief. It has precision temperature control, 3 massage modes, and 5 adjustable intensities. The best part, it weighs just 1.49 pounds and is super, super quiet. You can barely hear this when this is operating. So for me, this isn't just a gadget that looks nice sitting on my desk. It's something I've generally found useful, especially during weeks like this one when the yarn has really put my hands through the paces. It comes with its own charger, so you simply charge it up, and once it's charged, it's completely portable. You can use it on either your left or right hand. It has several different pressure settings, as I mentioned, but if you're first time using this, I definitely recommend starting on the lowest setting and working your way up to whatever feels comfortable. But my absolute favorite feature is the heat. I love having that warmth around my hand, especially after a long crochet session. And honestly, I think it's particularly helpful when I'm working with thicker or more difficult yarns like Plush and Chenille because those projects just really fatigue your hands. And having something like this to help me relax my hands afterwards has been a really nice addition to my crochet routine. And I really hope this will help me be able to crochet for many, many years to come. And Bob and Brad has given me a discount code to share with you all. If you're in the US, you can use Bob Brad Hand for 10% off. And for my Canadian subscribers, you can use Bob Brad CA10 for 10% off. I'll have all the information and links down in the description if you want to go and check them out. Truly, my hand feels so much better. So I'm going to haul out the mystery box, and I really hope I get a yarn to make more hats because I really do have a goal of making quite a few hats to donate to our local volunteer group who is collecting for the homeless in our area before it gets too cold. So I would really like to get some more made. I have one done so far, and that's no. I want to have a nice big pile I can take. So yeah, let's go haul out the box. Okay, it's back. Whoops, I'm not supposed to look. Let me see what we have. Trying to root around, not just necessarily get anything on the top. Okay, this feels like a thick yarn. And it is. This will make a great hat. That's what we're going to do with it. The Mega Tweed from Premier. Y'all know I love my tweeds. 16? 16 millimeter. I don't think so. I might have a 15, but do we, and I have a 10. Look what Lily's doing. She's getting all settled in, taking a nap. Okay, that's 25. I think that's going to be long enough. Then we'll come up here, fold it in half. Yeah, we're going to go with, actually, let me do 26, and then I'm going to, I'll be darned, I have a 15. And I think, did I say it was a 16 This, I do have the 15, so this seems awfully big. I'm worried that this is going to make too big a weave for a hat. I think it's going to go fast, and I'm trying not to grip my hook too hard because that also causes the strain in my hands. I'll definitely be doing another session with my hand massager later today. I think we're going to be okay. All right. I'm going to keep doing this. I have a tea steeping too because it is afternoon tea time, and I will be sipping on that while we work on this. But I'm excited to get back to this. And the fact that I'm excited really speaks volumes about that chenille. I started out being excited about that plush yarn beginning of this week when we started this video, and yeah. Okay. I'm excited to finish this. This is insanely warm. I'm wondering, it fits me, and I have a bun on my head, so I think I'm going to go ahead and add this to my giveaway pile. At first I thought, oh no, whew, it's too warm. Is this going to be for a child? But it definitely fits, and there's a lot of give. Doing that back loop only, half double crochet, really gives you quite a bit of stretch. So there's one, and I think I have enough to do an ear warmer. So that's what we're going to do next. And then we'll pull another one from the mystery box. I don't have the ear warmer to show you yet because I had to take a break because I had to go run a couple errands, and one of them was go by the P.O. box, and I got some happy mail. And this is from Carrie. So let's see what's in here. Oh, we have a card. Oh, I love the colors. My daughter is going to love that. She's obsessed with turtles. I can add this to my wall of cards. Carrie, you didn't. Oh my gosh, Carrie, you did. I can't believe you did this. Oh, if I can open them. Boy, you used some strong tape. Okay. Oh my goodness. So she sent me 1, 2, 3 clover amour. Are they clover hooks? And she sent me tulip hooks. Gary! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 6.5, that is in my cart. I was getting ready. And 4.5. And the pink ones, thank you so much. I'm really curious to try them. In her card, she says she notices no difference in the pink or the red. Carrie, I'm speechless, and that doesn't happen very often. Thank you so much. That was so kind of you. I love the card. I'm going to be displaying. I've mentioned in my lives that I've been getting quite a collection of cards from you all, which I love because we've kind of gotten out of doing that. And I am going to be displaying them. So I have them. This one's beautiful. My daughter's going to love it. Absolutely love it. It is so pretty. Again, thank you so much. Thank you so much. These will be put to great use. Okay, if you hear any noise, it's Lily playing with the ball against the door here. So I made the first one I showed you earlier. I made the second one. It's bigger than the first one, and my husband could not get this on his head. I didn't think my husband had that big a head, but apparently he does. It does fit me, so I'm going to go ahead. And this one did fit Grace. She tried it on, so I think we're okay. I'm going to donate them, so I'm so happy to have 2 more to add to the donation. Now, I did not have enough to make the second one. The ear warmer thing wasn't working, by the way. I think it's just too bulky. And I was going to run out, and I knew I had 2 of these in there. So I opened the box real quick. It was right there. I grabbed it. I would love to finish this up completely, but I got to take a break. I'm going to go do a few minutes with my hand massager again, and then we'll pick out another skein. It's still pretty early this evening, so I figure like I can make one more thing. I guess we'll probably do another hat. Well, depending on what we pull out. If it is another bulky yarn, I'm going to set it aside for tonight, and we'll draw again because, like I said, my hand's just bugging me. It's too much bulky yarn in one day. Way too much. Super bulky. Like normally, A 5 is okay, but this 6 and up is just really hard. I do like this tweed yarn from Premier, but I think it's discontinued. Because I think I remember buying it when it was like $5 for the 2 of them. And usually when they're doing that, it's because they're being discontinued. So I think they've been discontinued, but it's very soft. It is very warm. It's going to keep somebody nice and toasty. So that's great. I have enough left. I may make a small hat for a child, and maybe it'll go up on my Etsy. Maybe something will come to me. There's not enough there really for another adult hat. So, okay, I'm going to go do a few minutes with my massager, and then we'll pull another skein out of the mystery box. Okay, I had a nice session with my hand, and we're going to reach in again. Now, I did just throw the leftover one from just a minute ago in there. So, hopefully I don't pull that out again. And we're just going to reach around. Oh, this feels like a cake. It doesn't feel bulky. Oh, it's actually a cake. This is a Karen cake. I could not tell you the colorway for the life of me. It's really pretty, and I think this will make a beautiful hat. So, I would love to have, by the end of this week, 5 hats. Like, I know I could have more, but if I can get 5 done, that will be a nice, good start. Okay, I made my label. It's 134 grams. So we'll just set it there. You also have to let me know down in the comments. I do like these vloggy style videos, so you'll have to let me know if you all enjoy them too. It makes me feel almost like I'm on a live a little bit, chatting with you all. But I would like to know how your stash besting is going as we're wrapping up week 2. I know Michelle sent me an email. Lion Brand was having a big sale. And I know how tempting that is for her because she loves Lion Brand yarn. So let me know down in the comments. I'm doing well. I haven't even looked. I will look tomorrow, as tomorrow is Wednesday, and that's when Premier sales come out. And I like to share those for those of you who are not doing a no-buy yarn this month, to make sure that you're at least getting a good deal. And if you are choosing to buy yarn anyway, it helps me greatly if you use my link. So I will look. I'm a little scared because if Elle by Charlotte is on sale, I'm very nervous that I will be tempted to buy, because I have been waiting since June, I think, to purchase that, and it has not gone on sale. So it's due. It is due. Okay, let's make up a quick hat. I did not touch my camera yesterday. I had a 2.5 hour live that was fabulous, but it went 2.5 hours. I had to do a lot of editing, do some other computer work. I didn't even touch a hook until late last night. But I stayed up and I finished that whole Karen cake, purple cake, the whole skein. I made this hat. It is so pretty. So that will be going to donation. So yay, I got another hat done. And then I'm like, well, I still have some left. I made this real pretty ear warmer. I love how the color changes worked out in this one, because by the time I got to that, there was barely any of this blue left. And then I still had a little bit left, and I literally have none left. I have just enough left to save in my container for this month's ornament. Literally, that's all I had left. I made this adorable newborn cap. So this will probably be going up on Etsy at some point. Oh, I gotta cut that string. So I'm going to recap everything we made this week. And I always think, oh, I didn't make a lot. And Linda and I say this all the time. I don't really feel like I made that much this week. And then when we see everything laid out, it's crazy. So I started all this on Monday, and today is Thursday morning. So I made all this essentially Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in 3 days. So I am not saying this anymore. I made quite a bit. I am not going to be this hard on myself anymore. So let's go see everything that was made this week for Stash Smash. This is all this week's makes. Not too shabby. A lot I am not happy with, especially the marshmallows. The snowman I really do like. I think he turned out cute. Grace loves the ghost, so she will probably be taking those. But I have 3 hats from this week to donate, plus I think we've made 2 so far. So there's my 5, but I plan on having more. Hopefully, we'll probably be visiting the mystery box near the end of the Stash Smash challenge. I'm not exactly sure what that adds up to in skeins because I have a little bit of the green left. I have no more of the white, so we got rid of that. We got rid of all that purple Karen cake. We got rid of the tweed skein, a whole one and half of another. So we're making progress. There's still a lot left in this mystery box. Like I said, I hope to revisit this near the end of the month, but starting Sunday, the 16th, if you're all following along, this is Whip Week coming up. So next week, we are just concentrating, Linda and Michelle and I, on getting whips done. So we will start fresh Sunday. We're going to go over how many whips I have. I always think I have less than I do. And we are going to concentrate, especially on the one. I'll be happy if I finish that one next week because it's a big one and it needs finishing. So we will definitely be starting that one next week. And yeah, I would love to say I get them all done next week, but I don't think that's going to happen. Thanks for visiting with me today, friends. Don't forget, I will leave everything down below in the description box about the voting, all the details. Make sure to check out Michelle and Linda's videos from this week. Don't forget to leave meaningful comments. That's your chance of winning a $25 gift card from each one of us this month. And also, if you want any more information about the Bob and Brad hand massager, that will be linked down below with the links for the discount that they have offered you all this month. So until then, friends, we will see you in the next one. Bye.